to CSCR's how-to videos presented by the lab management team. These videos will help you to understand lab procedure and give you a better understanding of how the lab runs. My name is Tucker Olivson, and I'll be your guide through these videos. Welcome to the segment on nitrate testing. Nitrates can be an important indicator of the health of water, and therefore it's a very important skill set for you to use. So without further ado, let's get started. So before I get started, I need to make sure that I have all of the equipment I need to perform the nitrate test. First, I'm going to make sure that I have the Orion Aquafast 2 nitrate kit. So I'm going to take out the actual machine that measures the nitrates. I'm just going to set it down for now. I'm not going to turn it on, but I'll do that in a few minutes. Also in the nitrate kit are the nitrate tablets. You'll need one tablet from one package and another tablet from the second package in here. And also included in this nitrate kit is a pestle that I will use to crush the tablets. Also, I'm going to need 2 different graduated cylinders for this test. I'm going to need deionized water, a pipette, and 2 10 milliliter vials that go along with the Orion Aquafast 2. And of course, I'm going to need my nitrate sample from the field. And almost forgot, I'm going to need a white piece of paper and a Sharpie to make a kind of like a graph to make sure that I stay organized during this procedure. Oh, I almost forgot my gloves. It's very important to wear gloves to keep the bacteria on your hands away from the sample. So I'm going to go ahead and make my graph. So right now I'm going to make a chart to organize my samples that I'll be testing. So it's important because for each sample that you have, you're going to be making 2 different vials. One is going to be the calibration, and then one is going to be the test. And it's important to make enough columns for each of these samples you'll be making. So let's say we're going to be doing 4 different samples. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also very important to label right here the time at which you put the tablets into the test files. We'll be talking about that in a few minutes, but once you have the times down, it's important to wait 10 minutes. For both of the vials, it's important to put 5 milliliters of this deionized water and then 5 milliliters of the sample. So I have prepared here in the graduated cylinders 5 milliliters of deionized water and 5 milliliters of our sample. So in one of the vials, I'm going to take the graduated cylinder and pour it into the vial. So right now we have our sample, 5 milliliters of the sample into the vial. Now I'm going to take 5 milliliters of the deionized water and pour it into the sample bottle. So right now we have a 10 milliliter solution of 5 milliliters of the sample and 5 milliliters of deionized water. So we have prepared 2 different vials for the sampling. We're going to set one aside for the calibration. Now, with the remaining one, we're going to open this and then put in both an HR1 tablet and HR2 tablets. And these you can find in these nitrate kit boxes. So here's the HR1 tablet. I'm just going to rip it open and put it inside of the sample. And here's a HR2 tablet. You do the same thing and put it inside of the sample. Now, using the pestle, I'm going to crush these tablets and just make sure they're ground up pretty well, because the idea is you want the tablets to be dissolved eventually. And then, so once I've crushed it up as much as I can, I'm going to put the top back on, and then give it a light shake, and just make sure that you think in the next 10 minutes that it'll be able to dissolve completely. Because we will be letting this sit for 10 minutes until we actually test this. So I have the tablets ground, and they are in the process of dissolving. So I'm going to go ahead, put it inside my chart, and also label the time. So it is 8:15. So 8:15. So now I will know at 8:25 I can test the sample. So we've waited 10 minutes for the sample to prepare itself, and I've taken the time to clean up my lab station and to also get a paper towel for this next step. So the first thing you want to do right now is to turn on the Orion Aquafast 2 until it says NO3, meaning nitrates. Now I'm going to take the calibration vial and I'm going to wipe off my fingerprints along the side using the paper towel and line it up into this hole with the white arrow right here aligned with the indented arrow in this Aquafast 2. So this is right now is a calibration. So I'm going to click the button 0. I'm going to wait a moment for this to read this, and yes, right now it's reading 0 milligrams per liter. So that's good because we don't actually have any sample in this. So now that I've waited 10 minutes, the sample is ready. So again, I'm going to wipe the fingerprints off the side of this vial, and then I'm going to put it inside the Aquafast 2, lining this white arrow with the indented arrow on the machine. So I'm going to put this in. I'm going to click the test button and wait for it to. And yes, right now it's showing 4 milligrams per liter. So I am going to go ahead and write that down on my sheet as 4 milligrams per liter.
You can wipe it off.
Doesn't matter, I
You
can't see
can't
it.
see it.
Good.
So after you have used the Aquafast 2 for all of your samples, you can take the sample out, putting it back into your chart, turn off the Aquafast 2, and clean all of the equipment. You need to clean the vials out, the graduated cylinders, the pipette, and the pestle. And just make sure you organize the lab station. And I almost forgot, you need to record your results down on your data sheets.
Wait, Tucker, you almost forgot. You need to record your data also in this laboratory notebook.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much, Bob. I would have forgotten about that.
Anytime.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us on this instructional on nitrate testing. And I'd like to remind you that if you have any questions, definitely refer to the procedure on nitrate testing. I'd like to just wish you luck on your future lab endeavors.